Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe.
So, let's get into today's video. Today's video is going to be a showcase of the one and only Garnetto. I've followed this content creator for some time, long before I made content myself. He is absolutely fantastic. He does do a lot of shadows as well, hence he's sent me this triple shadow featuring Zapdos, a double flyer, double water strat. But getting into Garnetto, you should follow him on YouTube. Like I said, he's been putting out some fantastic content for well over a year. He does some Sylph stuff, GBL, he talks about some upcoming events. Overall, a fantastic trainer, and he's also Greek and he's got a really fantastic accent. I love listening to him. He's really knowledgeable, so unlike some trainers who get really confused with movesets, typings, etc., his IQ is fantastic and he's highly skilled. So I'm going to link it down below. Make sure you give him a follow, and if you'd like to submit some battles to the channel, link will be in the description. So without any further ado, let's get into these battles featuring the Shadow Zapdos, double water, double flyer strategy. We've also got Shadow Gyarados on the Legacy Dragon Tail, so I can't wait for it. Let's get right into it. We will be leading Shadow Quagsire for the duration of the video with double flyers in the back. Although we are running double water, obviously Gyarados only takes neutral to grass. So in game 1, we pick up a lead against Diggersby. This is kind of neutral. Obviously we do resist the fire puncher. It's going to be a case of who can catch the earthquake. Garnetto makes a swap on the 8th mud shot, attempting to catch the earthquake. Unfortunately, we're unable to do so. We save switch into the Legacy Gyarados, and we're met with a Frossalas. This is kind of neutral. However, you can see these Dragon Tails are absolutely shredding. We deny the Powder Snow, and we get the extra Dragon Tail through. So at this stage, we are going to be able to win the 2 shield. You can see these Dragon Tails have absolutely shredded the Frossalas already. If they shield this Aqua Tail, they will get farmed down. The opponent recognises that and they let it go. We've now got a fairly healthy Gyarados. They bring out the Drapion. The Drapion is building up towards the Crunch. This is now on 5 Poison Stings, so if they're throwing their energy, this will be a CMP type, which is best case scenario. They have thrown their move. Absolutely brilliant play. The now Drapion is going to be energy dry. The Gyarados has put in so much work. Crunch comes in, takes us out. We bring back in the Quagsire. The Diggersby did not throw any energy, so I imagine this will be the Earthquake. You can see Shadow Quag is still quite thick. We do tank the Earthquake, no problem. We're out of Mudshot downrange. We fire off this Earthquake. Earthquake does do huge damage to the bulky Quagsire. Looks like they are over farming. We now get to the Stone Edge. This is resisted, but it should still be enough to take out the Diggersby. Stone Edge comes through, does take it out. We make a quick swap into Zapdos when shields are down. Shadow Zapdos goes to town. We fire off this Drill Peck. Will Drill Peck be enough to take out the Drapion? It isn't. One more Thundershock. The Thundershock that you saw go through will take him out. We are flexing. It's just an Aqua Tail. That doesn't take us out. And we win game 1 with a 1 shield flex. Absolutely great gameplay, and GG's to the opponent. Garnetto showcasing his skills, and we're off to a 1-0 start. Let's see if we keep the momentum going on into game 2. Both Gyarados and Zapdos are really squishy, but you can see that they do take charge moves, and Garnetto knows this. If you look to the left, unlike my graphics, you can see that Garnetto has submitted me his own graphic, so that's another reason why you should go follow him, because his editing skills are far better than mine. Moving on into game 2 of the video. We pick up a lead against Tentacruel. This is absolutely brilliant. They are running Poison Jab, we resist that, and we are hitting him for super effective with the Mud Shots. They've thrown, this is only going to be an Acid Spray, so they are looking to debuff us, but even debuffed is not going to do a lot. They now switch out into Kingdra, so they also have a double water strat. We fire off this Earthquake. My god, we almost one-shot and we snipe him down with the Gyarados. Let's see what they can do in the back. I have been looking to run a Shadow Quag on the channel, and my god, that thing hits like a truck. They bring out Tentacruel. It did dump its energy, so the opponent's in a rough spot. The Dragon Tails already have got it into the yellow. We go for the Crunch. We draw the shield. Once again, the opponent is just going straight Acid Spray. Acid Spray doesn't do a lot, and we're still doing huge damage with these Dragon Tails. Unfortunately, we do get farmed down, but we go back into the opening matchup. Actually, Garnetto looks like he's coming in for the aggressive farm down with Zapdos. Once again, they are throwing the acid spray. We've got 2 shields. We need to shield something. Zapdos commits to the farm down. Whatever's in the back is about to get nuked. They bring out a Trevenant. Trevenant does resist our Thundershocks, but these Drill Pecks do hit for super effective. We draw the shield. I am wondering, does a Drill Peck? Drill Peck isn't the best move. It is only 40 energy, so it's a bit cheaper than Sky Attack. And it actually one-shots the tree. Zapdos, absolutely lethal. Zapdos has such a high attack stat. It wins CMP in a lot of cases. You can see even running a pretty average move. Drill Peck, it is quite energy efficient, but it isn't the hardest hitting move. Obviously, it's not like something like a Brave Bird, but absolutely obliterates the common Trevenant. So you can already see after just 2 battles, Shadow Zapdos is looking really nice in this meta. Moving on into game 3. We pick up a lead against Lapras. The opponent also has a Shadow, so they are hitting us for neutral with their Ice Shards and Surfs. However, Stone Edge is super effective. We draw the first shield. The opponent's building up loads of energy. I wonder if they're going straight Skull Bash. Ganetto calls the bait. Let's see if it's a Skull Bash or a Surf. Just a Surf. But we do only survive at 1 HP, and on 1 HP in a Dream, we get to the second Stone Edge. This will be probably one-shotting. They actually double shield. Double shield is great for us because with 2 shields, Zapdos is probably going to sweep this back line. We bring in the Gyarados. Once again, they have the energy for the Skull Bash, but the opponent is just throwing Surfs. I wonder if they're on Ice Beam or perhaps even single moved as it is the early ranks. They are over farming and we make this Crunch. Will Crunch be enough to take out the Lapras? Yes, it is. We are now spamming out Zapdos, so with shields down, we're about to hopefully see a Zapdos sweep. They bring in the Diggersby. This is a pretty good matchup. We are obviously single resisting the mud shots as electric does take super effective where flying double resist. You can see that the Drill Pecks do around 33%. It's going to take 3 to take us out, but the good thing here is unless this Diggersby is on Hyper Beam, they can only go for Thunder Punches. They're building up an absolute ton of energy. However, even if they are on Hyper Beam, they've not thrown a move, so Zapdos is going to take it out when they've done absolutely no damage. The opponent has only got this Golbat in the back, and you all know what time it is. It was going to be Thunderbolt time, but the opponent very rudely leaves the match. But once again, when shields are down, Zapdos goes to town, clutching out that game. We're off to a 3-0 start. Moving on into game 4 of the video. This team, although it is a triple glass cannon team, it is going on an absolute rampage here. Ganetto knows his IVs. Is saving shields. The key is when running these triple shadow teams, you do need good shield management. So we pick up a lead against Golbat. The opponent's counting is absolutely spot on. They make a really good catch, catching the Stone Edge. Let's see what they've caught it on. They catch the Stone Edge on Greedent. We've already got it down to half health. We bring in the Shadow Gary. This is going to be either the Crunch or the Body Slam. Either way, it isn't going to do too much. Does get us down to around half health, but we're actually already at the Aqua Tail, so the opponent is now going to be forced to start burning shields. They actually let it go. They come back in with their Shadow Golbat, so I wonder if the opponent is going to shield once and commit to the farm down. Obviously, Poison Fang is resisted, so Golbat with energy can be threatening our Quagsire with Shadow Ball. We bring back out of the energy dry Quagsire. We are now calling the bait. This is the Poison Fang. The Golbat was near 100 energy, so I wasn't counting. I wonder if they've got enough for the Shadow Ball. Again, we are calling the bait, and it is the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does take us out, but we've got Zapdos with shield advantage. We're obviously resisting the wing attacks, although it doesn't really look like it is. Shadow Zapdos doesn't really want to take any moves. In the back, they've got a Wish Cache. All they can go for is the Blizzard. So let's see if they're going to go straight Blizzard. I think this is just going to be a Mud Bomb, which it is. Mud Bomb is single resistant, but we've got 2 shields, so we do need to start using them at some stage because the Golbat will come in and look to start lowering our defense with Poison Fang. So we shield up the Mud Bomb. They now are putting faith into their Golbat. This is going to be once again the Poison Fang. Ganetto looks like he is going to shield it up, and we should be able to get to their back-to-back Drill Pecks to take this game. The first Drill Peck will draw the shield, or the opponent will let it go. No, we're at the back-to-back. It does draw the shield. One more Thundershock, and Zapdos once again closes out this game. So you can see the strategy here is to get shields down with either Gyarados or the Quagsire. And Shadow Zapdos absolutely clutches out games. Once again, Zapdos shows its power in the Remix Cup, proven to be one of the most lethal closers of them all. Moving on into this next battle, we pick up a lead against Hypno. This is fairly neutral. A lot of Hypnos do run Thunder Punch, which we would resist, and Shadow Ball. We go straight for the Earthquake. We aren't baiting. Earthquake will do huge damage to this Hypno. Almost one-shots. They throw their energy. I believe this is just 4, so I believe this is going to be a punch. It's actually running Ice Punch. That's neutral. We look to snipe with the Gyarados. We are successful. The opponent doesn't get out in time, so we do manage to snipe. They bring in Registeel. Registeel is absolutely not an answer for Gyarados. We resist all moves as Water resists Steel, so that resists Flash Cannon. Flying resists Fighting, so that would be Focus Blast. So whatever they throw will be resisted. They go Flash Cannon, even resisted. It does do massive damage. However, we do survive and we manage to get off another Aqua Tail. The Registeel is obviously resisting our Dragon Tails, but Dragon Tail from a Shadow Gary does do huge damage. Looks like we are going to outpace him to this next Aqua Tail. So the opponent probably is going to shield this up and commit to the lock-on down. The opponent actually lets it go. They're putting faith in Whiscash. Unfortunately for Whiscash, we have got a great answer with Zapdos. This is a matchup we have seen previously. They're firing straight away, so this is just a Mud Bomb. You can see Zapdos single resists it, but it does around 33%, so 3 Mud Bombs would take us out. That shows you just how squishy Zapdos is. But we are really spammy, and it only takes 2 Drill Pecks to take out this Whiscash. We are now going to shield this move up, and we will outpace them to the next charge move. They both cost 40 energy, and we're both generating energy at 4.5 EPT. But Zapdos absolutely wins CMP. It's far higher attack than the defense-weighted Mud Boy. The opponent is over-farming. They are now going to be forced to shield this Drill Peck, or it will KO. They do shield it up. It is a CMP tie. Like I said, Zapdos is going to win CMP. We're actually letting this Mud Bomb go through. And we now make an aggressive swap into the Quagsire. It looks like we are going to perhaps just sack it at this stage. No, we actually shield. So we are going to have to throw energy. I doubt we can Mud Shot down. So we do go for the Stone Edge. This Stone Edge will be enough to take out the Whiscash, even resisted from that range. And Quagsire clutches out this game. So in that matchup, Ganetto chose not to use Zapdos to finish off the match. Either way, it was going to be a GG's. Once again, we are now faced with a Lapras. We get a great bit of lag. You love to see it. Unsure where the energy is at, but I do believe there's no way this is a Skull Bash. It's probably just going to be a neutral Surf, which it is. We tank it. However, I'm unsure whether the Lapras is really thick. I wonder if Stone Edge does one-shot. We are about to find out. Nope, we aren't about to find out as the opponent respects it and shields it up. They now fire off. We shield it up because we know we will be able to get to the second Stone Edge. So let's see if the opponent is willing to go down 2 shields. I really want to see a Stone Edge land on the bulky Lapras. Come on, let it go. Unfortunately, again, they do shield it up. And we now again make a switch into our Gary. They switch out into Beedrill. Beedrill really isn't going to appreciate these Dragon Tails or the Aqua Tails. It almost one-shots the Shadow Beedrill. The subsequent Dragon Tail goes through. Beedrill comes in, comes out. Hi Beedrill, bye Beedrill. The opponent now comes back in with the Lapras. And I think at this stage, we are just going to let it go down. And we're going to rely on Shadow Zapdos to clutch out this game. So we're waiting at our switch timer. In comes Zapdos. We are taking super effective from the Ice Shards. My gosh, the Ice Shards have done around 33% already. We shield up this Surf. We are going to have to over-farm as much as possible. They make a switch out into Toxicroak. Toxicroak is going to get absolutely deleted by this Drill Peck. Drill Peck takes out the Toxicroak. We're already at the second Drill Peck. That 4.5 EPG energy generation from the Thundershock is absolutely lethal. You can see there the energy generation was crazy. We over-farmed perfectly. We got the charge move off before the Toxicroak could even get to a move, and that allowed the extra farm to outpace that Lapras. Very well played to Ganetto and GG's to the opponent. Watching these battles really wants me to bring the Zapdos out of my own. I've got a pretty good IV spread of Shadow Zapdos, so I think that's going to be something we are going to see on the channel. I also have a pretty decent IV Quagsire, so I'm going to be looking to bring that in the future as well. I really want to see the damage from a Stone Edge. I am wondering how much it does do. Unfortunately, every Lapras has shielded up to this point, but I'm hoping we do see one land. A lot of people do have obviously run Quagsire in the open meta with Sludge, but then obviously you are giving up that Stone Edge coverage. So in this game, we pick up a dreadful lead against Shadow Shiftry. We bring in the Gyarados Safe Swap and they meet us with a Drapion. I think we are really going to have to try and flip switch. Let's see if Gyarados can do it. We go straight for this Aqua Tail. The opponent lets it go through. With that in mind, we are now going to be able to win back switch. The Drapion is farming up loads of energy. I've got absolutely no idea what the opponent is doing. So they now do have to commit a shield on a low health Drapion. Once again, it is a CMP tie. Ganetto is going to let it through. The Crunch unfortunately takes us out. We are going to take shield advantage, so I imagine we are going to come in with Quagsire and look to completely mudshot down. It looks like that is the play. We no shield this Crunch. It does around 33%. We aggressively switch into Zapdos. They switch back into the Shiftry, which is great for us because Zapdos absolutely is going to one-shot this Shiftry with the Drill Peck. The opponent shields it up. They are now shields down. So we can now shield up this move. Either the foul play, which would be neutral, or they could bait us with a Leaf Blade. They go for the bait, but it looks like they're at another move. Once again, we are going to be able to shield this up, and they are now energy dry. So let's see if Ganetto overfarms. We're going to have to overfarm as much as possible. So that's 2. There's the second snarl. We do overfarm just as the second snarl comes through. So this Drill Peck will take out the Shiftry, and we've got a bit of residual energy for whatever's in the back. In the back is a Machamp. Oh my god. This backline was so weak to Zapdos. Once again, we see a one-shot. We switch out into the Quagsire. The Drapion realizes the game is over, and that is a good game. This is why I love using Shadow Pokemon. You can see these battles are absolutely flying by. So many one-shots, you absolutely love to see it. Shadow Zapdos is the absolute star of the show. I do really want to see a bit more Quagsire, but everyone seems to love to shield. I think that's why we are running it in the lead, because it's got 2 nukes. Opponents do really fear it. Let's see if this knocked out is going to allow the Stone Edge to go through, or are we going to gain another early shield advantage? Stone Edge comes through. Once again, we get that shield advantage. This should be just a Sky Attack. It shouldn't do too much damage. You can see it puts us in the yellow, and we are going to outpace him to this second Stone Edge. We actually dip out into Zapdos. What a play. We are going to tank the resisted Sky Attack. Resisted Sky Attack still does around 40%, and once again we are met with a Drapion. We get the extra Thundershock through. That's great for us. They go for the Crunch. We shield it up. We've got loads of additional energy. Unfortunately, they do get the fast move back, but this Drill Peck will do big damage. Drill Peck gets the shield. The opponent is now shields down, so Ganetto has a decision to make. He can now shield this up, and we should be able to take this Drapion out and hopefully have a bit of residual energy. You can see the Zapdos is absolutely loaded. That is a perfect overfarm. We throw on the CMP. We're taking no chance. We go for the Thunderbolt to guarantee the KO. We've got the residual energy. Zapdos is already at the Drill Peck, so this knockdown has to take a Drill Peck. The bulky knockdown doesn't take too much damage, but we did dip out with the Stone Edge loaded. We combo play. Stone Edge one-shots the knockdown, and in the back is a Kanto Ninetales. Once again, we do unfortunately lose CMP this time, so Kanto Ninetales will take out the Quagsire. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the big boom, but Shadow Gary is going to have no problem clutching out this game. Gyarados again throws on the CMP. It's 4 to the first Weather Ball, only 3 to the second, so they was at the Weather Ball then. It wouldn't have KO'd anyway, and Gyarados takes that game. Some absolute high-level plays there. The overfarm was absolutely superb in the mid-game. We threw the Thunderbolt on the CMP, so we maximised our energy gain. That allowed Ganetto to have the Drill Peck locked and loaded to do some chip damage to the knockdown, and the combo play was brilliant. So moving on into this next battle, we pick up a pretty good lead against Dragalge. The Mudshots and Earthquake would be hitting for super effective. They switch out into Quagsire, and it looks like we are going to stay in. We shield up the Earthquake. That's a good shield on our part. We are over farming, and now we're going to throw an Earthquake of our own. The difference here is that we are Shadow, so our Earthquake will be doing significantly more damage. I do wonder, are we going to look to catch the next Earthquake? It looks like we are staying in. We did get the extra Mud Shot through, which is great for us. Unfortunately, opposing Quagsires are a bit of a problem for us, as neither of our backline do want to take a super effective Stone Edge. So we are ahead in energy. We go again for the Earthquake. No baits here. The opponent does let the Quagsire go down, so now we are seeing a situation we haven't seen before in these battles. We are at a shield disadvantage. They bring back out the Dragalge. We overfarm as much as possible. We're actually, well, I say baiting. Stone Edge does hit the neutral. Obviously, Earthquake would be the one shot. Stone Edge does get the shield. We now switch out into Gyarados to soak up some of this energy, saving the Quagsire for later. Let's see what moveset they are on. They actually just throw a resisted Aqua Tail. They should have probably went for the Gunk Shot or the Outrage. They again are throwing their energy. You can see these Dragon Tails have absolutely shredded the opposing Dragalge. Again, they go for the Aqua Tail. That was resisted. We do survive, and that gives us a chance to get off an Aqua Tail on the Sunny Cast form in the back. And now we do have that Quagsire with some loaded energy, and we've obviously got a full health Zapdos in the back. One more Mud Shot. Quagsire gets to this Stone Edge. This Stone Edge is going to absolutely obliterate the low health Cast form, and we should be able to Mud Shot down. We actually switch out into the Zapdos just for a flex, and that is a good game. A few misplays from the opponent. They should have obviously went for the Outrage or Gunk Shot, whatever the second move was on the Dragalge. That would have got rid of the Gyarados. The fact they just were throwing Aqua Tails allowed us to get the energy and Aqua Tail off on the Cast form, but we are in the early ranks, so you've got to capitalise on the misplays. Once again, we see a Pidgeot in the lead. They switch out into Ferrothorn, and we switch out into our Gyarados. Gyarados isn't the best answer for Ferrothorn. Obviously, if they're running Thunder, that would one-shot. It's just a Mirror Shot, which is unfortunate. Great bait from the opponent. They're already at another charge move, so I imagine they're going to be on Power Whip. Power Whip will hit the neutral due to our Water Flying typing. We just survive, although that Bullet Seed that you saw go through should take us out. We get off this Crunch. Doesn't do too much damage. We actually survived the Bullet Seed. I think that's a bit worse, as the opponent actually gets another bit of farm. We now bring in the Quagsire. This Stone Edge would be resisted, but it will be enough to take out the Ferrothorn from this health, and luckily for us, the opponent lets it go through. We are still now in a bit of a rough spot. We haven't got switch advantage. They have Greedent in the back. Greedent's Bullet Seeds are hitting us for double super effective, which isn't great, and Zapdos at shield disadvantage is going to be struggling to clutch out this game. The opponent is over farming as well, so it looks like this could be a loss. Let's see if Garnetto can somehow find a win con from this rough spot. So we've now got the Zapdos coming in. It's got a lot of work to do. These moves from the Greedent are going to do a lot of damage. I think the only win con from us is the opponent stupidly switching out into the Pidgeot. And here comes the Pidgeot. Win con could be on the cards. This Thunderbolt will one-shot if the opponent shields, which they don't. But now in the one shield, it's going to be whether we can outpace them to 2 moves. We do shield it up. The opponent there should have just stayed in with the Greedent. They would have won the match. They actually potentially have got us a win con, but unfortunately, either way, the opponent has just got too much energy. So if you are the opponent, just finish the match off with the Greedent. Switching out into the Pidgeot did allow us to get some more farm, and you could have actually lost the match with that play. You can see we go 4-1 in that second set. Absolutely fantastic battles. Garnetto put on an absolute masterclass in energy and shield management. So obviously this is a channel that's dedicated to showcasing Shadow Pokemon. If you are going to use Shadow Pokemon, you need to be doing these things. You need to overfarm as much as possible. You need to know whether your Mon will win CMP. You saw Garnetto CMP tie so many times with Zapdos, which is absolutely fantastic. That absolutely maximizes the energy generation for us, allowing us to get off more damage and more charge moves on the Pokemon that is coming in. So I'd just like to say thanks to Garnetto for showcasing these fantastic battles. Really fantastic gameplay, really high gameplay IQ. Like I said, I'm going to link his channel in the description down below, and I will see you all in the next one.